Finding a business you love. It's an inside job.
So in this training, what we're going to cover is...
Dreams and desires.
Well, that sounds interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Feelings of joy. If it ain't fun and happy, don't do it, right?
I was going to sing Joy to the World, but yeah.
Okay, that too. Natural talent versus strengths and skills.
Your personal interests.
Your personality and lifestyle fit.
And what do I stand for?
Well, let's get into this. What's money? A man is a success if he gets up in the morning and goes to bed at night, and in between does what he wants to do. Oh, so true.
Love Bob Dylan. Okay. Let's start with you. And let's put a little triangle around that. And
you can ask yourself these questions.
Yeah. Where am I currently?
You don't know how you're going to get to where you're going to want to go if you don't know where you are.
Yeah. Where am I starting from? Where am I going? And why in hell am I going to get there?
So why is more important than how? If your why is big enough, the how will come. You don't have to know the how you're going to do anything until right at the beginning, right?
Right.
You can figure it out along the way.
Okay.
Oh, again, starting with you.
Let's flip it upside down, that triangle, okay? B.
You need to be the person that will do the things necessary to have the things you want in your life. You do have.
Right. And so it looks like this. I had to color to this just to make it really stand out.
Again, here are the three main questions to ask yourself. Before deciding where you want to go, take a stock of where you are in your business right now. You got to be honest, though. You may not even have an idea of what your business will be, or maybe you've already got some things going. But be objective. Keep your emotions out of the picture. Don't beat yourself up if you're not being farther along than you are.
That was easy for you. Oh, you beat me up.
Yeah, I mean, you can't beat yourself up if you're not.
No.
You should, you might be saying, oh, I should have a business going and I should be making this much money. But, you are where you are.
You are, yeah.
And go forward from there.
Right. But the most important part is people try to start with, I want to have this. But they forget about the doing part, and they forget about the being part.
That's right.
So we're going to dive into this be, do, have right now. This is a chart we created a long time ago that talks about the be, do, have.
Mm-hmm.
So let's drill down into this. Okay, let's look at the be part.
Which is your core values, your passions, your uniqueness, your interests, and your life experiences.
Right.
Everything that makes up who you are.
Yeah. Who you're being, right?
That's right. Yes.
Right. Well, let's look at the do part.
You create your
vision, the mission, your mission, and your purpose. You do that, right?
Right.
So these things together, you put them together with an organized plan, you get into action, and you're doing.
That's right.
And last is have.
So whether you did or didn't take the right action in the past and what you say you'll do in the future aren't important. It's what you do now that matters. These actions connect with your dreams, goals, community, and life experiences to create your cool success and what you want to have in your life.
So let's just look at that screen again. It starts with being, the being part. Then the do. You do stuff, then you're going to have stuff.
Right. Do what you love and the business will follow. Yes.
Right. Well, here's a good question.
Good question.
Let's start with answers first, okay?
You have questions? Yeah, you have answers that you want. Right?
And then we have questions. So I guess what comes first, the questions or the answers? So I have this little thing here. Questions are the bridge to your answers you are seeking.
Right.
So you have questions and you want some answers. You never start with answers.
No.
You have to start with a question.
Although it's interesting, though. I mean, if you have good questions, you'll get good answers, right? If you ask questions like, oh, why is this happening to me? You're not going to get a good answer. Right.
Because no, I'm not going to say that on live, right? Right. So yeah, your questions have to be powerful questions, and you're going to get powerful answers. But the questions are the starting point.
That's right.
And it's the bridge to the answers that you're seeking.
Right. And interestingly enough, sometimes the answers are already within you. Like, you just have to draw them out with the questions you ask.
Right.
Ah. This looks familiar.
Yeah, let's go back to that triangle again. Let's add the triangle. And this is really where am I currently? Before deciding where you want to go, you have to take stock of where you are in your business or in your personal life right now. You got to be honest. You may not have an idea of what your business may or may not be, but you got to keep going. Be objective. Keep your emotions out of the picture. Where am I going to go?
Yeah.
And don't beat yourself up. This is the most important thing we can teach people. And why and how am I going to get there?
That's right. The intellect has little to do on the road to discovery. There comes a leap in consciousness, call it intuition or what you will, and the solution comes to you, and you don't know how or why. So in other words, that how and why you're going to get there, right? Your gut or your heart will tell you why you want to start your own online business. Don't overthink the how. Get started, and you'll be surprised at what comes to you along your journey.
Yeah, that's kind of like most people are trying to go to the end. Like, okay, I want this business. But you got to, work from your heart, start working on things, and it's going to develop.
Mm-hmm.
It's a journey, too.
You don't have to know how to do everything in your business all at the start.
I still don't know how to do everything in my business, but, and I've been doing it for a while.
It's going to be constant learning.
Well, we're going to be prepared for a lot of questions.
We're going to propose a lot of them, and they're going to be geared towards connecting what you love to do, read, talk about, stand for, and turn that into a business you would love to do that provides value to others.
That's the most important part, the value part.
Yeah.
Well, let's take your, true personal dreams and desires.
I always look towards the light of my desires, so I never forget where I am going.
Start building your bridge. What have you always dreamed of doing? Now or in the past, especially as a child? Well, I was always going to be a brain surgeon when I was a kid. Don't know why, but
really,
I just always.
Okay, that's different.
I know. Maybe I saw too many space shows or whatever, right? But then I've looked how much learning and whatever for 10 years to become a brain surgeon, and whatever. Well, so what are there? You can be a doctor, lawyer, engineer,
a chef, a fitness trainer, etc. I mean, there's so many options, right?
Right.
That you might have wanted to do. And you can take a lot from what you dreamed of doing and apply it into an online business. Well, except for maybe the burglar.
Yeah, I don't think you want to be in a burglar yet.
We're hoping that's not on your list. Well, here's kind of an interesting game that you can kind of play. And it's called An Inheritance with a Hitch. Your long-lost uncle has died and left you $1 million a year for the rest of your life. The catch is you still have to work and you have to love what you do. Knowing you can always change your mind, what type of business would you choose? Now, the interesting thing about this is once you start and grow your business, you'll be making your own $1 million a year, and you don't need your uncle's money.
Mm-hmm.
Or another little game you could play, Out of the Magic Lantern. So a genie grants you the opportunity to experience trading places with someone that you admire with regard to their work or their online business.
Right.
You can try 3 different types of businesses for 1 month each. You will make the same income as you do now. What 3 businesses would you love to try?
Yeah, and these things are just to get your mind going.
Mm-hmm. Because you'll never know what idea might pop into your head and you go, oh, I never thought of that, but that'd be awesome.
Yeah, right. Let's talk about feelings of joy.
Happiness lies in the joy of achievement and the thrill of creative effort. Creativity again.
Mm-hmm. The magical feeling of joy. What makes your heart sing?
What activities give you a true feeling of joy whenever you do them? Oh, maybe you like to write, or music,
Music,
or art, painting, cooking, building things like woodwork, right? Golfing. So this also applies to the activities and tasks within your business. There will be things you love to do and things you'd rather not do. And we know that from experience, right?
right?
And sometimes there's things you like to do and I don't, and vice versa.
Right. That's why it's nice to have two people.
It is, yes. And more than likely, you'll end up procrastinating on those things you'd rather not do.
That's a good important point. If you don't like it, you're not going to do it.
No.
You know? So that's the important thing, is find out what you like. If you don't like it, I guarantee you're not going to do it.
No. Your business will go absolutely nowhere because you'll just be sitting there going, watching cat videos.
You and cat videos.
So when you're at a right point in your business, those will be the things that you want to outsource, the things you don't want to do. And if it's something you really, really, really hate, you might want to outsource it right at the beginning.
Right. Oh, let's be a kid again, Lorna.
I still am.
Remember when you were a child?
What was your favorite thing to do? Trampolining.
Yeah.
Music. Just kind of being creative and outdoors.
Yeah.
Oh, fishing.
Hanging out with your grandpa, right?
Yes. Natural talents versus strengths and skills. I really believe that everyone has a talent, ability, or skill that he can mine to support himself and to succeed in life. You're a natural.
What comes easy to you that may seem more difficult to others? What have you always had a knack for? What have you always been good at? What have others said you're good at?
If you have a talent, use it every which way possible. Don't hoard it. Don't dole it out like a miser. Spend it lavishly, like a millionaire intent on going broke. Use your talents, right?
Use your talents. It takes skill. What are you an expert at? What are you excellent at? What would someone call you for to get assistance?
Repetition is a mother of skill. So in other words, you've probably done this a lot. Now you're really good at it, right? So what knowledge are you already sharing with others online and social media sites? Or perhaps in your blog, right? So that's a good starting point.
Well, let's look at personal interests. Do that which holds your interest.
Because if it doesn't hold your interest, you're going to do something else.
You're going to switch channels, right?
Exactly. Your hobbies give you clues.
Yeah.
Currently, what are some of your favorite things to do? What are your hobbies? What do you do in your free time? Photography, knitting, baking, cake decorating, right?
Right.
Hiking. That's a big one nowadays. A lot of people do hiking. Our kids love hiking.
The kids love hiking. Is this something you can or would love to turn into a business? It's something, look at your hobbies. There's lots of clues there.
Yeah. And you know what? Almost any hobby can be turned into a business. Like there's so many people that would love to learn some of the things that you know.
Correct. Oh, what you talk or read about. What are your favorite subjects or topics of conversation? What kind of books do you read or would you read? And if you were to purchase 3 magazines, what would they be?
Mm-hmm.
Well, mine would be something to do with technology, scientific, and what else would be my third one? Now, there's 2 anyways. What about you, Lorna?
Music, maybe fitness, and
something to do with pets. I know that
exactly.
One. Or gardening. That's the other one too. Yeah. But what you talk or read about is important because that's kind of, it holds your interests.
Yeah.
Well, let's look at personality and lifestyle fit.
So align your personality with your purpose, and no one can touch it. I'm living my life, not buying a lifestyle.
Personality.
How would someone who really knows you describe your personality? And what would you add to that?
Yeah. Are you trustworthy? Are you dedicated? Are you fun?
Friendly. Maybe you're outgoing.
Oh, I'm the romantic one, right?
Sometimes.
Oh, I'm the funny one then, right?
Yeah, sometimes. Quiet, caring, or driven. And there's so many more.
There's
right?
so many more, yeah.
Right. And it's interesting though, is if you actually ask someone about your personality or what they thought about you, you might be surprised. Like, I know we did that once in a seminar, and I was like blown away by what people said they thought about me.
Right.
It's like, holy, really?
'Cause coming from your perspective is completely different coming from someone else's perspective.
And I think we find we're very hard on ourselves more than other people are. They see a lot more good than we do in ourselves.
Right.
What are some lifestyle elements you would like or need your business to accommodate?
Love to travel.
Must be home in the mornings and or off on weekends. And maybe you just need to be outdoors most of the time.
Yeah. So look at some of the lifestyle elements that you must have. I know there's some people, I've always remembered this. There's people that I've met in business over the years. Yeah. I've only got 45 more years before I retire.
Yeah.
You know, and
If that's what you're looking forward to, then you're in the wrong thing.
Yeah. And if you're looking just to retire, most people retire when they get old. They retire and they got nothing to do. And what do? They kind of disappear.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, you got to, what's your lifestyle elements that you want to put into your business? Here's a good one. What do you stand for?
To live is to choose. But to choose well, you must know who you are and what you stand for, where you want to go and why you want to get there.
Take a stand. What do you strongly believe in? What do you stand for? Very important.
Stand up for what you believe in, even if it means standing alone.
I'm on a mission.
So suppose you were brought to Earth for a mission. What do you feel it might be? A lot of times our feelings or emotions bring things up that we think we don't know.
Right.
So this might sound kind of weird, but honestly, if you just let go and don't think so much, you'll be surprised at what will come to you.
A lot of times we overthink stuff.
Oh, yeah. Or even if you're trying to remember something and it'll pop up at the weirdest time, right? Like you'd be doing dishes and it's like, that's it.
When you're not thinking about it.
Exactly. Yeah. Just let it come to you. Your mission isn't a project to check off your list. It's a commitment to which you dedicate your life.
Well, wrapping it all up. We start with, of course, that bridge. We have the answers over here, and with questions over here. So from our questions are the bridge to the answers you are seeking. And I've learned this a long time ago, and this will get you so much farther just by thinking of this.
Ask until it comes to you. There you go, see? Ask the questions we put together here over and over until you get an idea of a business you're going to love doing that will provide value to others. And bam! You'll find that business that you love.
You'll find the answers.
Yes.
Finding a business you love. It's an inside job.